Very much. Let me start by thanking the organizers of this forum, the Association for Credible Leadership in Nigeria, for bringing together young Nigerians and by extension, young Africans with whom we can share some thoughts on the evergreen subject of leadership. Let me start by making reference to a statement that was made by a great African in the year 1963. And in that year, many of the young men and women who are listening, indeed, all of them were not born. But he was speaking to young Africans. And this is what he said. Africa needs a new type of citizen, a dedicated, modest, honest, informed man and woman, a man and woman who is submerged in service to the nation and to mankind, a man who abhors greed and detests vanity, a new type of a man and woman whose humility is his strength and whose integrity is his greatness. Those were the words of the Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah, which are now recorded in his book, Africa Must Unite. One cannot quarrel with those words because history has demonstrated not once, not twice, but times without number that societies rise on the shoulders of its young men and women. As students of history, you will know that when Africa was fighting to regain her independence, it is our young men and women who are in the forefront. And this was true whether you are talking about South Africa in those early days, when they were forming the African National Congress in 1912, it was young men and women in their 20s and in their 30s. South Africa had great young men and women. If you read history, you will be able to remember people such as Bantu Steve Biko, whom you must read about. You must be able to remember the young Tiro Ngopotse. You must be able to remember how young men and women sacrificed their lives in 1969. And once again, how primary school children were in the forefront of liberating their country in 1976 in Soweto. It was young men and women such as yourselves. And if you left South Africa and went to Mozambique or Namibia or Angola or Zambia, the Democratic Republic of Congo or Malawi or Kenya or Uganda or Tanzania or Ghana or Nigeria or Sierra Leone or Cote d'Ivoire or Senegal or Sudan or Ethiopia, and one can mention all the countries. It was young men and women who recognized that in order to be useful to your country, you must be a patriot. And a patriot is not a person who says he or she loves his country. A patriot does more. A patriot by word and deed can be identified by others as a lover of his or her country. A patriot is a person who is animated by honesty. He or she does things that are right simply because it is right to do right at all times. You don't have to do it for the benefit of others. You do it for the benefit of humanity. A patriot is a person who is humble, a person who by knowing knows that the more you know, the less you discover you know. A patriot is humble. A patriot has integrity. A patriot does things that are for the benefit of humanity and does those things out of honesty. A patriot has self-esteem. A patriot does not struggle to do things that are not for the benefit of humanity. A patriot seeks to do things in the right way. He or she recognizes that you must be competent in what you do. A patriot is reliable. You can take heed.